drug, man. They were going to... Who came to Mark's rescue?
Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. I'm joined here today by Tom DeCillis. Did I say that right? I know I asked you before, but...
That's okay, I do the same thing.
Anyway, he's a comedian, has a D&D podcast. I know you do a lot. I think you even had like a podcast on tea for a little bit.
Oh yeah, my pandemic, like every comic had to do a thing, and mine was I'm a big tea person, so I just brewed loose leaf tea and talked smack about the world. Yeah, it was fun.
I watched a little bit of it. It was pretty fun, and I told you I don't play, but I do like to listen to your D&D podcast. So
that's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I mean, we could talk about that a little bit later on, but what's going on? I know you had a show recently. I think you said the prior week.
Yeah, actually, I was in last weekend. This past weekend was pretty good. I was up in Mohegan Sun.
Oh, nice.
There's a cool
That's awesome.
place. Yeah, Comics Roadhouse in Mohegan Sun. It's a really fun club.
I wanted to see what's like one of your favorite cartoons from back in the day. Like, what's something you watched?
Yeah, well, I've been loving these streaming services because, like, I used to love classic cartoons, so I've been rewatching a lot of my old cartoons. Fairly Odd Parents has been a big one.
Nice.
I have been watching that show, and I'm like, man, this show still holds up. It is funny as hell. I'm 31 at this point. I still... My wife has never seen it, and because she didn't have cable growing up, and she's like,
no
wow.
way.
She's like, I'm like, did you miss that subtle joke? It's like super well written. If you want like a good laugh, like there's things that went over our heads when we were younger, or maybe we like kind of understood or pretended we understood.
Yeah, exactly.
So that one's great. Big Fairly Odd Parents person.
Did you see they made a live action like reboot of it? It's on Paramount Plus. I didn't check it out. It doesn't look too good.
I was about to be like, thank God for Paramount Plus for bringing me my childhood back. But I don't know. I feel like I do remember. I think I did see something like that, and then my brain blocks it out when I don't want to, which happens.
I try to block it out.
The other one that I've been big on, and this one is on Hulu, is there's this really weird cartoon on Cartoon Network called Chowder.
Yeah,
you watch Chowder?
Yeah. I
love that show. I love the artwork. I love how because that's like the opposite. It's like Fairly Odd Parents is like these really nuanced, like subtle jokes, and then Chowder is like just dad jokes and fancy trippy artwork, and it's like they're just puns. It's just puns the whole show, and it's but it's also like kind of meta. So I guess kind of liked it that one too. So that's another one I binge watched a couple times.
Yeah, I remember at that time Cartoon Network had like kind of like a bunch of shows like that where it was kind of trippy, like Adventure Time comes to mind.
Flapjack.
Flapjack.
Very weird out there.
Yeah, the regular show, they were always doing like something weird. So were you more of like a Nick kid or a Cartoon Network kid? Because you're kind of like in between the two right now.
I bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
I thought that they were I almost might want to say I swayed a little more Cartoon Network, and I think as I got a little older, because I think I watched more Nickelodeon when I was a kid, like when I was younger, because I had an older sister, so we'd watch like Rugrats and why am I spacing on things now? I watched more SpongeBob. I don't think she watched as much SpongeBob as me, because I was a little more in that pocket. There was a few other ones.
I still remember when SpongeBob came out. I remember like my whole family gathered on the couch to watch like the premiere of it, and then I was pretty big in it for like the first like couple seasons.
I did like Ed, Ed and Eddie too, but my dad hated it. He thought it was the stupidest thing ever. He hated it. So I just remember, oh man, it's so funny. That one's really dumb too, but
Ed, Ed and Eddie. That show definitely inspired me to do a lot of dumb things as a kid, and definitely spent a lot of money on Jawbreakers, and I don't even really like them that much.
Yeah, that was a weird candy. Like, I remember you would buy, for me, I bought the big one, and then my friends and I would all get the big ones, and then we'd now thinking about it is awful, but we would have it in a plastic bag, and I would keep it under my pillow next to me, And when I woke up in the morning, I would just start licking it right away. Just like, and then when your tongue would get all messed up. It was like too much dryness and stuff. Yeah, but mostly I play more D&D. That's more my video game now, because that's like my RPG campaign game, but it's more fun to me.
And we were talking about it before we started recording, and I thought it was interesting. You do D&D pretty much remotely with your group of friends.
Yeah, so I started remotely, and now I play. We're going to every other Monday, because we were doing every Monday, but I'm getting too busy now. So every other Monday I play virtually, and then once a month I play with people in person. But for a while, I was playing for years. I was only playing like virtually, which is fun. It's a means to an end, but I think in person is a little bit better.
Yeah, you always see it in like movies and TV shows, everyone together playing it. Like Stranger Things comes to mind. Yeah. But that's interesting, because I think probably a lot of people had to do that during the pandemic, where if you wanted to play, you either do it remotely or you don't do it at all. Me and you met when we were back in school, and I had no idea that you were into comedy, or that you were, I don't know if you were doing it then or if that came later.
No. I was in a band for a while. I played bass. And I was in a band at that time when I met you. And I played in that same band for many, many years. And then, people got busy and we stopped. And comedy, I always really liked listening to it. And I used to just be at like parties, like kind of drunk or whatever. And then I would like make people laugh. And I would just type it into a folder, because I was like, maybe I'll try it one day. At least if I'm going to think about trying it one day, at least let me have like some notes down just in case. So when our band stopped playing, I decided to just kind of try it. I was like, okay, well, at least I can pull up these little things that I wrote down. And then I do like I always do. I get addicted to things, and then I just keep going. And 7 years later, you're still doing comedy. And that's,
it seems so nerve-wracking to me, because as someone who's like kind of done open mics and stuff, like performing songs, if an original song or something isn't going well, you could be like, and here's Wonderwall, and like slip that in. With comedy, you don't really have that, because I mean, I guess you can, but you can't really steal other people's jokes. So I was trying to pick out something that is kind of suiting for comedy. So I found this All Grown Up episode, and I know that there's some open mic bits in it. Have you ever seen All Grown Up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember when this came out. I was pumped when this came out.
So I have it queued up. Let's check it out.
I should retitle this like Chucky tries to get an adult in prison.
Yeah, pretty much.
Beat me up. Nice.
Oh man. So what do you think? Rated at 1 to 10?
Okay, 1 to 10. I'm an easy grader usually. I'm gonna give it like a 7, I think.
That's where I was gonna land, 7.
Yeah. I think it was fun. I think there were some plot holes, and a little bit of confusion on what that strange woman was doing in the It's like, maybe, I don't know. It would almost like would have made more sense if like she was singing anywhere else but the school.
That is funny though. You mentioned the computers in the cafe, because that was a thing back then, and you would never see that now. That's funny though.
Yeah, for like I think like 1 or 2 years down the block from me, there was like a computer gaming like store where you would just go in and you could pay like, it was like $25 for the hour or something, or $20. No, that sounds a little steep. It was like $20 for the hour, and you had like a full gaming computer with like Far Cry on it or whatever.
Yeah. Before we head out, where can people find you?
Yeah, definitely. So pretty much Instagram is Tom DeCillis Comedy, and on Twitter is T DeCillis Comedy, because apparently there was already a Tom DeCillis Comedy. You can find me. I usually post about shows on my Instagram, and then for the podcast, You can find me. It's You Had to Be There, a D&D storytelling podcast. The audio only goes out every other Wednesday, along with the videos. I go live on Twitch at You Had to Be There podcast on Twitch, and you can find all the videos after on my YouTube channel.